Welcome to Dubuque Saints Junior Varsity Hockey. Today's game versus the Omaha Junior Lancers. About a minute and a half left in JV warm-ups here. We'll get started. JV team was victorious yesterday against Waterloo. 4-1 on the backs of two goals by Cade Weiner, 2 goals by Corbin Darch. Visiting Lancers have yet to lose this season. So today's game will be a good test. They are currently 13 games, 12 wins, 1 overtime loss. Shootout loss. With 25 points, they sit second in the league. Dubuque is 13 games, 5 wins, 5 losses, 3 shootout losses. And they've got 13 points. Looks like we'll get Matt Larson wearing the Water Wings today. Just about to get underway here. Looks like the Saints will start with Mueller, Weiner, Pierce, Henry, and Zick. Sheehy between the pipes. I don't have the game sheet for Omaha, but I'm sure they're sending out respectable players. Plus, none of them have their names on their back, making it that much harder to identify them. Puck's down and we're underway. Omaha controls back into the defensive zone. They'll go D to D and send it up to the neutral zone. Controlled there. They'll carry it into the zone now. Forced wide. Into the corner. Squirts out. Liam Henry throws it up to the blue line. Sheehy makes a save. Kicks it to the corner. They'll walk it around the back of the net. Fire it out to the blue line. Shot from the point. Saved by Sheehy. Kicked up into the netting, and we'll get a whistle. Puck's down. Omaha controls. Top of the circle. Pierce has got it now. He knocks it out to center ice. Bit of a race. Omaha steals it back. Knocks it back to center ice. Chipped all the way back in the Dubuque zone. Zick's got it there. He goes over to Spangler. Spangler up to Mueller. Mueller chips it in to avoid the icing. Weiner will chase it in the corner. Played it around the back of the net. Omaha's got it there. They'll play it up the near side. Kicked out to center. Brock Smothers jumps on the ice, knocks the puck loose. Now Weiner's got it. Carries it down into the corner. He's got it behind the net there. Walks to the near side. Down the goal line. Shot. Saved. Knocked around the back of the net. Smothers has got it in the corner. Knocked now again behind the net. Played up the near side. Omaha's got it. Held in by Ben Zick. Knocked all the way down the hole of the goal line. Jackson Heacock battles the forward on the far side. Tries to get it down to Smothers. Can't quite do it. Omaha tries to walk it out. Xander Sheehy knocks it back in. Omaha again on the far side. They'll bring it up the middle. Walks around one. There you go. Heacock tries to get up to Smothers. Just out of his reach. Omaha up to center ice. They'll dump it in to the far corner. Kretz has got it there. Plays it around the back to Henry. Henry loses control there. Knocked back over towards Kretz. Kretz up the far boards, out of the zone. All the way back to the Omaha defensive zone. Corbin Deutsch is there. Battles for it. Knocks it towards the net. Nice save by the Omaha goalie. He'll send it off to the side. Joseph Ross tries for the hit. Now it's Netherly to knock it behind the goal line. Wrapped around to the near corner. Deutsch there. Throws a big check. Worked all the way back up to the blue point. Omaha clears it out. Netherly knocks it loose. Carries it into the zone. He's got Deutsch with him. Walks it down to the corner. Deutsch wide open on the backside. Can't quite get him the puck. Zick comes in. Holds it in the zone. Throws it to Ross. Ross fires. Shot. Saved. Netherly now in the corner. Behind the net, Omaha controls. Tries to play it off the boards. Ross is there to take it. Deutsch back to the blue line. Spangler fires it in. Deflected off the front. Centered. Deutsch gets it over there. Sheehy off the bench. Shot. Saved. Face off back to Zick. Zick plays it up to Poles. Omaha steals. They'll counter. Knocks it into the zone. Sheehy with the save. Puck fired out. Blocked there by Poles. Chase Poles feeds it over to Micah Poles. Sheehy knocks him off the boards there. Centering pass to no one. Omaha regroups. Plays it back up. Dumped it into the red line. Wrapped all the way around. Sheehy stops it behind the net. Plays it up the far side to Poles. Just held in. Couple saves there. Nice save by Sheehy. Shot wide. Puck now in the corner. Battled for there. Squirts up to Michael Poles. Michael Poles feeds it over to Chase Poles. Chase carries it up the near boards. Backhands it in. Saints will go for a full change. Cade Weiner left out there. Fend for himself. Knocks the puck loose. But he's knocked down. Puck goes behind the goal line. Omaha wraps around the back of the net up to the near side. Now it's fed back to Kretz. Kretz will carry it off. And we're offsides. And I didn't start the clock. Puck's down. Omaha knocks it back to Waddick. Waddick plays ahead to Pierce. Pops straight up in the air. Waddick knocks it back down to the ground with the glove. It's battle for there. Omaha gets it out of the zone. Weiner takes it back momentarily, and then it's pushed all the way down to the Dubuque goal line. Pierce turns, fires it up to Mueller. High shot, gloved or blockered over to the corner by Sheehy. It's taken around the back of the net by Omaha. They'll backhand it to the high slot. Shot, goal. Sheehy in for the faceoff. Puck down into the Omaha zone. Played around the back of the net. Poles comes in and throws, that Smothers comes in, throws a big hit. Omaha carries it in, walks around Kleesner. Around the back of the net to the near corner. Now it's back to the point. They'll dump it down low. Henry steals it there. Omaha takes it back. Goes off the boards. A little D to D. Henry with a big hit into the corner. Sheehy tries to spin his way out and gets it up to Heacock. Heacock plays it off the boards. All the way up to the far blue. Played around Smothers all the way up to the blue line. Kicked out to center ice. Deutsch steals it there. He'll get it back to his D. Played over to Spangler. Spangler up to Deutsch. Deutsch runs into Netherly. Omaha's got it now. They'll play it up the far side. Ross has got it. Taken through the middle by Omaha. Stolen there by Zick. Zick plays it up the near side. Over the stick of Netherly. Deutsch gives off to Ross. Ross dumps into the zone. Stopped behind the Omaha net temporarily and then knocked up to the near side. Omaha will walk it out of the zone. Stolen there by Zick. Zick gives to Ross. Ross walks into the zone, down to the far corner. Tries to center. Can't connect with Netherly. Out to Zick. Gets a shot. Kick to the corner. Omaha spins away. Take it in the corner, and we've got the net off. Puck down. Omaha controls. They'll play it out. Bit of a breakaway here. If he gets control of it, and he does, walks in. Backhander. Nice back checking by Kretz there to knock the puck loose. Poles plays it up to Heacock. Heacock gets it back over to Poles on the near boards. Stolen there in the corner. Omaha will play it up the near side and into the bench. So we're going to face off in the Dubuque zone to the left of the Omaha goalie. Cade Weiner, CJ Mueller, Nolan Pierce. Weiner in for the face-off. Puck's down. Controlled shot. Pierce now wraps around the back. Weiner fires it across the face of the net. Doesn't connect with anything. Waddick at the point. It's fed up to Omaha. They'll break it across center ice. Kretz presses him into the corner. Holds the puck there. Now it's Weiner knocks it off, carries it around the back of the net. He'll backhand it out to Pierce. Pierce gets it ahead to Mueller. Mueller's 1-on-2. Gets a stick knocked out of his hand. They throw it back. Shot just wide of the net. Wraps around. Kleesner holds it at the blue line, but Omaha recovers, and they'll take it the other way. 3-on-2. Top of the circle. Passed over to the slot. Saved by Sheehy. Covers for a whistle. Xander Sheehy in for the faceoff now. Dubuque wins. Sheehy gets it back to Kleesner. Kleesner tries to get a D to D behind the net. Stolen there. Kleesner's got it behind the net now. Wraps around the near side. Off the stanchion. It's Smothers tries to get it out. It's held back in. Knocked all the way back behind the net. Kleesner will pick it up in the far corner. Plays it over to Henry. Henry kicks it out to Heacock. Heacock feeds it ahead, just ahead of Sheehy. Smothers has the puck taken. Sheehy picks it back up. Shot on net. Saved by the Omaha goalie. Kick to the corner. Sheehy steals the puck coming up the side. Another shot just hits the side of the net. Heacock there for the rebound, fires it, saved by the Omaha goalie. Henry steps in to try and hold it in, can't quite do it. Netherly comes in, puts a big hit on Heacock. So Netherly's got a hit on Heacock and Deutsch so far. A little late hit there. Not sure what the net's about a half-inch off. Puck's down. Played behind the net now. Omaha picks it up. Worked up the far side, or the near side, I'm sorry. Played in front of the bench. Netherly knocks it loose there, kicks it off to Ross. Ross tries to leave it to Deutsch. Doesn't see it. Omaha steals, collects it, top of the slot. Shot saved by Sheehy. Battled on in the far corner. Ross has got it there. He's got Deutsch far side. Worked off the puck. Omaha through the middle. Netherly with a nice stick lift. Omaha works their way through it though. Now it's Deutsch in the corner. Tries to play it up the far boards. Can't quite get it there. It's a battle for. Knocked around to the near side, half boards. Deutsch has got it there. Gets around one man. Works it out in front of the bench. Gets around another. He's got it all the way down the corner. Shot saved by the Omaha goaltender. Omaha will play it back out to center ice. Kicked ahead. Weiner's got it there. Omaha steals. Oh, nice poke check by Pierce. They'll get it back though at neutral ice. Mueller feeds over to Waddick. Waddick and Heacock look very similar. Both have numbers that start with 30. Weiner now pressures as Omaha has it in the front of their own bench. They'll play it to center ice. Kicked over to Kretz. Kretz up to just out of the reach of Pierce. Omaha walks it down the near side. Shot hits the post. Sheehy's net is all the way off. Went up just a little bit, and then he did a foot push to make sure that everyone saw that it was all the way off. They'll give you a penalty for that in Kansas City. .405 left in the first period. Shots in favor of the Saints, 8-7. Omaha leading 1-0. Puck down, shot towards the net, backhanded out of the zone by Kretz. It'll come all the way back to the defensive zone. Omaha collects it behind their net. Plays it around pulls to the near side. Heacock steps in the way there. Kicked over to Sheehy. He's got it on the far side. Carries it into the zone. Hits the brakes. That's a knee. Sheehy back up. I'm just going to call the trip, not the knee. So Dubuque will go on its first power play of the game with 3:37 left in the second period.
2 minutes for tripping with 3:37 remaining in the first period. Which puts your usage on the Johnny's Cafe power play.
Puck's down. Dubuque controls. Weiner gets it over. Blocked on the way to Deutsch. Deutsch has got it. Top of the circle. Walks it down. Plays it beyond the net. Pierce has got it there. Throws it out in front. Just out of the reach of Ross. And they'll send it the length of the ice. Sheehy picks it up there. Sends it over to Deutsch. Deutsch in front of the bench. His pass is knocked down. He'll regain. Sends it over to Weiner. Weiner on the far side. Walks it in. Takes it all the way down to the corner. Loses it there. Omaha steals. Throws it back to Kretz at the blue line. He'll give to Weiner again in the corner. Weiner's candles in the corner. Shot blocked. Rebound fired over the net by Ross. Back to Deutsch. Deutsch now at the point. Hits Weiner. Top of the circles on the other side. Puck comes over to the near side. Omaha controls and clears. Sheehy comes over to play it. He's got Weiner on the far side. Long pass gets to him. He's boarded there, though. Weiner controls just inside the zone, gives it to Pierce. Pierce tries to leave it for Weiner, doesn't quite get it. Omaha sends it the length of the ice. It'll wrap around the back of the net. Sheehy stops it there. He'll leave it for Kretz. Kretz has got it behind the goal. Gives off to Xander Sheehy. Xander Sheehy's got a little room. Tripped up. Went aerial, and he ties himself back up as Netherly carries it in on the far side. Netherly now all the way down to the corner. Leaves it there. Omaha tries to backhand it out. Gets by Zick. Xander's going to back check. Nice save by his brother. Now it's C.J. Mueller in front of the benches. Puck's knocked loose there. Sheehy gives over to Nethery. Nethery carries it into the zone. Leaves there for Heacock. Heacock walks it to the corner, around the back of the net. Tries to float it out in front. Can't quite get it there. Now it's squared out in front, but there's only Omaha there. And they got a little 3-on-2 developing there, but the player comes off the box and off for a change. Walks down to the goal line, saved by Sheehy. Now they'll play it around the back of the net. Face-off dot there, stolen by Spangler. Spangler gets it up to Heacock. Heacock throws it out to center ice. They'll try and go for a change. They get some fresh legs out there. Now it's Spangler in the corner. Walks it behind the net. Loses it there. Weiner gets it back to her. Spangler along the near boards, plays it up. Omaha steals into her feet. Pierce has got it. Tries to walk around one. It's stolen by the Omaha defense. They'll play it up the far side. 3-on-1. Nice aerial pass caused by Kretz there. And we got 3-on-2 going the other way. Ross leads off for Pierce. Pierce shot wide. Wraps around to the near board. Henry dumps it in. Delayed offsides. Everyone tags up. Played up the middle by Omaha. They lose control there. Play it up ahead. Kretz with a nice poke check out of the zone. Weiner will carry it in now. 20 seconds left in the period. Weiner down to the goal line. Tries to throw it out in front. Knocked loose there. Pierce with a diving poke check. Now we got 2-on-1 the other way with Liam Henry back on D. They get the centering pass too far out in front. Don't connect. Puck battle in the corner out to the blue line. Shot wide, and that'll do it for our first period. So the score after one, Omaha 1, Dubuque 0. Saints are leading in shots 10-9. We'll take a quick 3-minute pause here. And we're back. Weiner steps in for the faceoff. Puck's down, ready to go. Omaha controls in the defensive zone. Pierce poke checks, goes all the way down in the corner. He controls there, tries to center for Mueller. Doesn't see it coming. Spangler's got it down at the blue line, fires it towards the net. Down to the far side corner. Liners tries to steal there. Omaha regains control. They'll clear it out to center ice. Played around the back of the net. Sheehy's going to make things interesting and come play it there. Now it's batted for in the half wall. Sent out just outside the zone. Mueller chips it forward. It's going to be offsides that they're not going to call. Liner rubbed off the boards just in front of the scorer's table. A little battle for it. Chase pulls, gets it just past him. Spangler holds it in, wraps around the boards. All the way out to the far corner. Omaha will come up the far side. Heacock tries to knock him off the puck, can't quite catch up to him. Spangler's back there now. A little battle for it behind the net. Tried to walk out in front, high slot, knocked loose, back out to the point. Shot off of Foles' foot. He's feeling that one. Xander Sheehy now up the far side. He'll carry it into the zone. Seems like interference there. Held in, it's kicked down to Pulls. Pulls toe drags, shot just wide. Far side, Heacock gets the puck. Tries to force it down low. Skips out of the zone. Kretz knocks it back in there. Heacock's still battling for it. Outs played ahead. Liam Henry knocks it back in. Played all the way in. That should be a nice. He stops it behind the net. Clearly not a nice. Wrapped around. Back into the slot. Liam Henry's got it there. Hard up the boards. Knocked down back below the goal line. Now it's Nolan Kretz to pick it up. Plays it up to Netherly. Can't quite get a chance at it. Kretz with a nice hit on the far boards. Wrapped around to the near side. Poles is kind of still struggling with that shot to the foot. Can't backhand it out of the zone. Wrapped all the way around the back of the net. Kretz again. Kretz over to Henry. Back to Kretz. Up to Deutsch. Deutsch tries the aerial pass to Poles. Poles limps his way to the bench, and Joe Ross steps on. Zick changes for Kretz. Played up. Henry holds it in, walks it towards the net. Shot goes over the net to the near corner. Battled in the near corner there. It's Netherly and Ross. Ross will chase it behind the net now. To the far corner. Wrapped back to the near corner. Now Deutsch steps in. Throws a body check. Around the back of the net again. Henry's got it. Leaves it for Deutsch. It's Ross. Behind the net. Omaha's got a little time. Ross comes in and takes that time away. Hand pass. Defensive zone. That's all right. Ross behind the net. Centers. Weiner just can't quite tip it in. He's got it behind the net. Chip pass up. Kleesner holds it in momentarily. Then it gets by him. Zick tries to play it up. Can't quite get it out. Back into the Omaha defensive zone. They will play it out just outside. Zick knocks it back in. Delayed offsides. Omaha regroups. Takes it from behind the net. Plays it up the near boards. Out to center ice. Kleesner's got it there. Kleesner plays it back to center ice. Omaha regroups. They'll walk it in from the faceoff dot. Shot. Saved by Sheehy. Dropped in front of him. We'll get the whistle. 11:07 left in the first period. Second period. Little excuse me, little conversation going on with the Dubuque coaches and referee Larson. Puck down. Xander Sheehy in for the faceoff. Omaha wins. Walks it down to the corner. Tries to send it to the high slot. Knocked loose there by Smothers. Smothers can't quite get it out of the zone. Omaha's got it again. Smothers knocked down hard. Sheehy picks it up on the far side. He's got a step. He's got Heacock in the middle. Walks it to the slot. Shot. Saved. And everyone piles on the back of Jackson Heacock. Because that's a fun thing to do. Should be a penalty coming out of this. Referee's got his arm up. He's going to give someone a 2-minute break. Hopefully it's not Heacock. And it's number 55 again. Welcome back. We've missed you. Kneeing. 2 minutes for kneeing. I think that was a knee drop, but hey. Counts all the same to us.
Omaha penalty number 55, Gianni Bianchetti. 2 minutes for kneeing. 10:45.
Saints on the power play. Ross with the faceoff. Back to Kretz. Kretz gives down to Weiner. Weiner walks it around the top of the circle. Shot towards the net. Seeing Eye Dog hits 5 different things. Deutsch now on the far side gets it back to Kretz. Kretz over to Weiner. Top of the circle. Centers. Ross with a shot. 2 feet over the net. Squirts out the back and in! Like the Omaha goalie's like, what happened there? So they shot it, went over the net, off the back glass, came back, rolled off the top of the net, hit him off the back of the net, and squirted in. Bob's your uncle. That's exactly how we drew that power play up. So I'm pretty sure Ross gets credit for this goal. So there's some discussion with the refs as to what exactly happened. I can explain it to you guys. See what happened is Ross shot the puck, it went off the back of the glass, rolled off the top of the net, hit the goalie, rolled into the net. That's a goal. See, they just needed me to explain it. Larson's going to come over and explain it to Ortmeyer. So what happened is Ross shot the puck, it hit the back of the net, rolled off the top of the goal, hit the goalie in the back, and rolled in. Ortmeyer's like, yeah, that's a perfect explanation.
Saints power play goal. Scored by number 6, Joe the Boss Ross. Assisted by number 16, Nolan Pierce.
Pierce with the assist on that.
10:23 remaining in the second period.
Puck's down, in case you didn't notice. And Netherly's got it at center ice. Walks to the far side, leaves there for Deutsch. Deutsch shot on net, saved by the Omaha goalie. Spangler steps in, manages to hold it in, knock it below the goal line. Nethery there to pick it up. Throws the body there. Gets shoved in the back, completely legally. There's a trip on Ross, completely legal also. Played up the near boards. 55 out of the penalty box. Shot blocked there by Henry. Fed to the top of the slot, stolen there by Deutsch. He'll walk it around the back of the net. Played off the near boards to Ross. Ross has got it there, gets it out of the zone. Must have hit someone on the bench. Omaha hit someone on the bench on the way out. Or, I'm sorry, it was Deutsch hit someone on the bench on the way out, so we'll get a face-off to the left of Sheehy. Xander Sheehy, Heacock, and Poles. Michael Poles in for the face-off. Puck's down, Omaha wins it right over to Michael Poles. He gets it out of the zone. Knocked back in. Zix controls there. Plays over to his partner Kleesner, ahead to Michael Poles. Can't control the pass. Omaha dumps it back in. Sheehy stops it behind the net. Plays it around to Heacock. High shot up into the netting, and we'll get a whistle. Xander Sheehy in for the faceoff again. Puck's down. Omaha wins it back to their point. They'll dump it down to the corner. Centered. Zick knocks it off to the side. Sheehy bats it behind his own net. Zick plays it up to Poles. Poles bounces off the puck directly into Omaha, and they'll shoot, and Sheehy will cover. And we'll get a whistle. And a full set of 5. We'll get Kretz and Waddick back on defense. Weiner, center, Mueller, and Pierce. Weiner wins the faceoff. Directly back to the Omaha point. Shot out in front, blocked there. Kretz has got it, wheels and comes back behind the net. Plays up the near side off of Waddick's skate. Weiner loses it there. Omaha walks it to the top of the slot. Shot, goal. No goal. Net's off. Referee Larson was right there to see that puck hit the top crossbar hard enough to knock the goal off. Directly in, directly out like that, that's typically a post shot. Weiner in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Omaha's got it. Shot blocked in front by Waddick. Mueller's got it on the far side. He's got Pierce way up in front of him. Can't connect on the home run pass. Omaha counters. They'll come back in. Top of the circle. Shot over the net. Wrapped around to the near side. Held in there. Knocked down to the corner. Pierce leaves for Weiner. Weiner now at center ice. Cuts back. Leaves it for Pierce. Pierce can't get around the defender there. Weiner knocks it loose. Now Pierce has got it momentarily. Omaha carries it out of the zone. They'll knock Weiner off the puck. Dumped into the near corner. Wrapped around the back of the net. Sheehy will leave it there. Henry is leveled. Pierce carries it up through center ice. Into the blue line. Knocked down there. Now Weiner's got it. Top of the slot. Shot. Wide of the net. On the half boards, Mueller puts his man into the boards hard. Omaha ducks around one. Carries it through center ice. Into the attacking zone. Top of the slot. Shot. Saved by Sheehy. Spangler and Henry get their wires crossed. It's thrown out in front. Bouncing puck. Still loose. That's a punch. There's one back. Neither one called. That's a stick to the face. Joe Ross is tough. Played down to the corner. That's an icing. Face-off will come to the left of Sheehy. Netherly will step in to take it. He'll win it back. Omaha squirts in there, gets a shot at the post. Another shot saved by Sheehy. Deutsch has got it. Run into the boards hard. We're going to get a checking from behind. No, boarding. Just a 2. 2 and a 10. Yeah, they're going to get an extra one. That's a bonus penalty. You get 2. 2 and a 10. Open the door. Get that boy some company. Deutsch seems to be all right. Ross will take the face-off on the power play here. Puck comes back to Kretz. Over to Weiner. Puck's knocked loose. Omaha clears it back out to center ice. Weiner's got it there. He'll carry it in the near side. Hits the brakes. Wheels there. Gets it to the top of the circle. Leaves off for Ross. Back to Weiner. Shot save. Ross in for the face-off again. Puck's down. Back to Kretz. Kretz gives to Weiner. Weiner sends to Ross. Weak shot towards the net. Hit something, though. Pierce back to Deutsch. Over to Kretz. Kretz to Weiner. Weiner lead. Nope, fakes the lead for Crest. High slot. Off to Ross. Ross loses it to the near corner. Kretz down behind the net. He's got it there. He's knocked down. Plays the puck from his knees. Off to Deutsch. Deutsch in the corner. Back to Kretz. Kretz with a little room to walk. Gives off to Deutsch. Walks top of slot. Shot. Missed the net. Weiner behind the net now. Walks out one side. Comes back to the near side. Off to Ross. Ross misses the net from 2 feet. I didn't think that was possible. That's Pierce behind the net. Knocks it loose. He's got control there. Fires right across the face of the net. It'll come over to Weiner. Weiner walks around one. Top of the circles. Shot. Save and a whistle. Puck's down. They'll get it around Netherly. Zick knocks it loose. Heacock's got it there. Stalls. He's got Sheehy on the far side. Sheehy carries it into the zone. Down to the low corner. Walks around the back of the net. Throws it out in front. Oh, just out of the reach of Heacock. Heacock's got it there. Drops back to Zick. Zick over to Netherly. Netherly shots. Kick to the corner. Sheehy's got it there. Heacock fell down all by himself. He was certainly not knocked over with an interference call. Sheehy in the corner. Back to Zick. Zick over to Netherly. Netherly walks around. Penalty's over. Omaha's got it. Puck bounces loose. Heacock gets it over to Netherly. Netherly shot. Saved. Omaha collects behind the net. They'll break out the near side. Cross ice pass. Sheehy holds him up there. They dump it all the way down. Wraps around to the near corner. Spangler's got it there. Plays off to Zick. Zick spins back. A little hard for Spangler to catch. Heacock tries to backhand it out of the zone. That doesn't normally work. Oh, sends it up to Xander Sheehy. He's got a half step. Oh, might have faked the trip a little too hard there, Xander. Send a low in. Not touched, and we'll get the ice. .408 left in the second period. Scores tied, 1-1. Saints are ahead, 18-13 on shots. Played a good game so far. We'll get Weiner in for the faceoff, flanked by Ross and Pierce. Puck's down. Weiner's got it. Gets it towards the net. Pierce with time. Nice save by the goaltender. Pierce had a little more time to pick a corner there. Shot it into the goalie's glove. Managed to hold on, falling backwards. Same group. We'll take it from the other side of the net. Weiner in for the faceoff again. He loses the face-off this time. Henry's got it. Gives off to Kretz. Kretz up the middle of the Weiner. Weiner walks into the zone. Takes it down the left side. Tries to get to the net. He's knocked off the puck there. Now it's Ross. Bangs it down to the corner. Weiner with a little dance there. Gets around one. Stolen as he tries another. Kretz walks in from the blue line. Knocks it down low. Down to Weiner behind the net. He's got Pierce out in front. Pierce goes behind the net. It's hard for both of them to score from back there. Pierce now walks out of the corner. Back behind the net. Walks to the near side. Stolen there. Henry gets it back out to neutral ice. Delayed offsides. Weiner's got it there. Tries to give back to Henry. Out of his reach. It'll go all the way to the corner. Wrapped around the far side. Pierce has got it. Stolen there. Now it's fired back to the point. Shot towards the net. Blocked in front. Weiner's got it there. Shot off the side of the net. It's on the back. Popped off. They'll try and smash it in from the back. That doesn't work. Weiner's got it. Plays off to Ross. Ross with a little speed. He'll take it wide. Cuts towards the net. Tries for the big hit. Oh, thrown in front of the crease. Nobody home. Chase pulls now. Bad angle shot. Saved. Heacock knocks him off the puck. Poles has got it there. Chase Poles pinned against the corner. They'll try and center. Michael Poles knocks it down. Tries to get it back to Zick. Zick's got it at the blue line. Feeds across. That's Spangler. Spangler from the circle. Fires it wide. Back to Zick. Zick's got it. Stolen there. Omaha's coming the other way. Spangler trying to cut off his angle. And she does. She knocks it loose into the corner. Omaha now, top of the slot. Winds up. Shot blocked by Chase Poles, who hits the ejection button. Michael Poles will press it into the zone. Holds it in there temporarily. Jackson Heacock can't quite hold on to it. Now Omaha counter, 3-on-2. Walks it to the top of the circle. Fans on a shot. Knocked below the net. Tries to squirt up the near side. Can't quite do it. Tries to center. Blocked there by Spangler again. Poles tries to feed Heacock out to center ice. Omaha counter. Sends it back into the defensive zone. Heacock's got it now. 1-on-1. A little far out in front of him. Shot. Saved by Omaha. And we'll get a whistle. Omaha wins it, and they'll get it back to Kretz. Kretz stops off for Deutsch. Knocked in the corner. Netherly will get it there. Knocks it behind the net. Play it up the near side. Henry's got it there. Battles for it. Knocks it just outside the zone. He'll carry it up. Knocked out the bucket neutral ice. Double Nichols there. Omaha carries it back across the blue line. They'll walk to the top of the circle. Shot. Saved by Sheehy. Rebound. Backside. Nobody home. Omaha shot. Blocked in front by Nethery. I'm not sure what happened there. I think Liam Henry blocked it with his head. Kretz has got it on the far side. Tries to play it around. Can't quite do it. They'll wrap it down back behind the goal line. Henry's got it there. 25 seconds left in the period. Nethery now. Big late hit. Deutsch has got it. Walks it back to the corner. Omaha backhander. Puck knocked loose. Played all the way back. 4 seconds left. Should pretty much do it for the period. And it does. After 2 periods, the score is tied. Saints leading in shots, 22-14. We'll see you back in about 15 minutes after exam for the third and final period. Just about ready to go here in the third period. Weiner, Ross, and Pierce will step in for the faceoff. They're backed by Henry and Kretz. Puck down and we're underway. Omaha wins it. Knocked over in front of their bench. Still control there. Stolen by Weiner. Walks to the high slot. Backhander. Oh! Pierce can't quite finish. Nice pass by Weiner to hit Pierce. All alone on the backside. Couldn't tuck it in time. Puck's down. Weiner knocks it behind the net. Pierce goes back to get it there. Omaha steals. They'll bring it out of the zone. Up the far side with some speed. Gets by Kretz. Shot. Doesn't catch anything except the far net. Heacock, Smothers, and Sheehy will step out for the faceoff. They're backed by Zick and Spangler. Sheehy in for the faceoff. Omaha wins it. Shot. Top of the slot. Blocked in front. They'll play it around the back of the net. Zick will get it there. Hits the brakes. Battles in the corner. Sheehy comes in, scoops it up. Stolen there by Omaha. They'll walk it to the slot. Gets it by Smothers. Played down to the corner. Spangler's down there. She plays it up to Smothers. Just off his stick. Spangler knocks it loose again. She'll chase it up. Now it's Omaha. He steals the shot. Tries to play it up. Can't. Heacock backhands it up to him. It'll go the length of the ice. That defenseman was literally 2 feet away from it. Could have played it, but we got the icing call instead. We'll get the Netherlands line out now. Gavin steps in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Omaha wins it. High slot plays to the far side. Shot. Bad angle. Caught by Sheehy and gets the whistle. Netherlands wins the faceoff back to no one. Back to the corner. Kretz has got it there. Plays it ahead to Mueller. Mueller sends it up to center ice where Omaha controls. Sends it back to Mueller. Jumps over his stick. Omaha tries to get it by. That's a trip. Not called. Down to the corner behind the back of the net. Play up the far side. And they're still coming out to center ice. They'll take it in the zone. Take it wide around the back of the net. Throws it out in front. Kicks up to Mueller. Mueller will walk it up Main Street. Takes it to the far side. Across the blue line. Down in front of the Zam doors. He's wrestled with there. Deutsch comes in to help him. Can't quite hold on to it. Now it's Weiner in there. He'll work the puck loose. It's dumped down to the corner. Weiner will chase. Omaha picks it up. They'll send it back up the board. Spangler, top of the circles. Can't get a good shot off. Omaha will come back 3-on-2. Ross and Zick back. Ross with a nice steal. He'll play it all the way up just out of the reach of Weiner. He'll go the length of the ice for an icing. Ross in for the faceoff now. Omaha trying to decide who's going to take it. Omaha wins it, sends it behind the net. Battle for the near boards there. Omaha's got it in the corner. Hard pass to the slot. Couldn't be caught. Outside the blue line. Omaha will clear. Spangler sends it up to Weiner. Weiner walks it through the middle, gives off to Ross. Ross walks in, shot, saved by the goaltender. Kicked up to the near side. Zick knocks it back in. Down to Weiner. Leaves for Ross. Ross shot. Saved. Rebound back to Weiner. Tries to backhand it. Can't quite get it to the player. Now it's Spangler back at her own blue line. Pierce gets it through his skates all the way back to the Omaha defense. They'll play it up in front of their own bench. Zick with the steal there. Cross ice pass. Offsides. We'll pull Sheehy and Heacock out now. Omaha wins the faceoff. They'll go D to D at center ice. Carried into the zone, top of the circle. Shot, saved by Sheehy. Henry will walk around the back of the net. It's not loose there. Xander Sheehy skates over it. Omaha's got it in the corner. All the time in the world to operate. Sends it back to the blue line. Fan down there. Defenseman clears his own puck and then rubs Heacock out before he can get to it. Typically, we call that interference. Xander Sheehy on the far boards. He's got it at the top of the circle. Shot, saved. And we get a whistle. Netherline jumps off the bench. He'll step in for the faceoff. Omaha wins, back behind the goal line. Wraps it all the way out of the zone. Dubuque catches up, and they'll go back on to try and take it back. Omaha takes it behind their own net. They'll send it up the middle. Kretz has got it there. Plays it into the glass. Now he's got it back at center ice. Holds, looks for an opening. Plays it ahead. Omaha steals. Netherly's got it there for just a second. Punch is thrown. Shot, saved by Sheehy. Backhand. Blocked by Kretz. Nice save there. Tries to play it up. Mueller's got it now. He'll take it to the center. Walks it into the far side. Dumps it on the net just wide. Goes all the way to the far side. Weiner will try to win the race there. Holds it in. Omaha on the counter now. Across the blue line. Toe drag. Saved by Sheehy. Chipped loose by Weiner. Omaha will walk it down the side. Zick sends it sends it to the blue line. They fire it in. Shot hits the side of the net. Now it's Pierce on the far side. Plays it off Weiner's skate. Omaha controls in their own zone. They'll take it around the back of the net. Ross forces them to play it up off the boards. Pierce has got it there. Omaha in front of their own bench. Dangerous change there. They'll walk it down the near side. Kicked out to the blue line. Omaha controls. They'll play it down the far side. Centering pass. Knocked out by Sheehy. Pierce knocks it all the way outside the blue line. Omaha plays it back. Now it's Weiner. Plays it ahead to no one. Omaha sends it across in front of their own bench. Pierce knocks it loose momentarily. Omaha recovers. Sends it back in. Shot. Saved by Sheehy, and we'll get a whistle. Xander Sheehy might have got away with a little trip there. Sheehy in for the faceoff. He wins it. Back to Henry. Henry's got it there. Gets her on one. Tries to play it up the middle. Now it's Kretz. Kretz sends it up to the blue line. Popped up. Sheehy gets it caught in himself. Carries it a little bit. Knocked down from behind. Sends it back. Slides into the net. It's on the back of the net, but the net is off at the moorings. Puck's down. Dubuque wins it. Back to Henry. Henry fires on the net. Save, cover. We'll do it again. We won't do it again. We'll get the Netherly line to do it again for us. Shots in favor of Dubuque, 25-18. Face off one, back to Kretz. Kretz will walk to the top of the circle. Gives off to Deutsch. Deutsch centers to no one. Henry collects it just outside the zone. Sawyer's over to Kretz. Kretz up to Deutsch. Deutsch can't quite handle it. Circle down. Netherly gets it to Deutsch. Mueller in the slot. Omaha's got it. They'll bring it around the back of the net. Sends it up the middle. All the way back to Spangler. Spangler's got it in the far back corner. Stolen there by Omaha. They'll walk it out. Cuts back to the corner. Walks the goal line. High shot in front of everything. Out to the blue line. Knocked down to the far side. Netherly had it for a moment. Now it's Spangler. She'll play it up to Mueller. Gets enough of it to slow down for Omaha to dump it back in. Mueller over to Netherly. To the middle. Hard pass. We're at neutral ice. Netherly's got it now. Omaha counters. They'll bring it into the zone. Now it's out of the zone. Deutsch with the steal. Takes it in. Jumps over one. Loses it though. They'll play it off the boards. Up the middle. Pierce gets knocked down, but knocks the puck back in. It's Weiner in the middle. He's fought off there. They'll try and get him again behind the net. He's a tough one to hold down. Spangler's got it now. Plays it up to Pierce. Pierce knocks it into Weiner. Zick shot. Blocked in front. Too many men. Too many men on who? $74 for Omaha will serve a too many men penalty. So Dubuque with their critical power play here. 6:47 left in the third period. Puck down. Dubuque gets it back to Kretz. Kretz over to Weiner. Weiner high slot. Shot. Over the net. Kicks out. Rebound no good. Pierce has got it now behind the net. He walks it to the corner. Sends it over to Kretz. Kretz off to Weiner. Weiner loses an edge. Gets it back up. Walks off one check. Now it's back on his feet. Back to Kretz. Kretz back to Weiner. Weiner's got all the room in the world to walk. Shot. Popped straight up. Behind the net. Pierce now in the corner. Battles for it. We've got all three in the corner. That's not going to work for us. Deutsch kicks in and knocks it loose. Kretz has got it. Plays it up. Now it's Ross. Ross carries into the zone. Walks to the high slot. Shot. Just wide. Rebound out to the front. Omaha knocks it to the corner. Big windup. Kretz can't quite hold it there. And it's a race that Sheehy's going to win. Plays it over to Deutsch. Deutsch has got Ross in front. Knocked all the way down to the corner. Ross knocks it loose behind the net. Weiner's going to get it on the far side. Got a pin on the Zam doors there. Pierce comes in, walks out of the corner with it. Shot, save, and a whistle. 41 seconds left in this power play. Sheehy in for the faceoff. He wins it. Back to Zick. Can't quite hold it. Omaha's on a breakaway. They'll walk it wide. Shot saved by Sheehy. Comes to the corner. Now it's Netherly with a little time. He'll take it back behind the net. Decides to not go all the way behind the net. He'll play it up too far for Mueller. Omaha's got it. They'll send it all the way back. Sheehy's got it. Sends it all the way down to Mueller. Mueller catches it there. Runs into one. Heacock takes a hard hit just in front of the blue line. Power play's over. Puck squirts to Sheehy. Sheehy clears it down, and we're going to get a Dubuque penalty. Tripping. Tripping on Xander Sheehy. You dirty, dirty little boy. So now a timely penalty or power play for Omaha. Pierce and Deutsch will step out to kill it. They'll be backed by Kretz and Henry. Puck's down. Henry's got it. Behind the net. Plays it up the far side. Omaha controls there. Big shot from the point. Saved by Sheehy. Kick to the corner. Now it's Kretz battling forward. He's got a little time. Behind the net. Fires it out to Deutsch. Deutsch is at center ice. Plays it around a man. He'll win the race behind the net. He's got it there. Mucks it in the corner for a second. Leaves it there. Pierce is going to chase now. Omaha coming back with some speed through the neutral zone. They'll attack wide. Shot blocked. Up into the netting. And we'll get a whistle. 1:14 left on the Omaha power play. 3:54 left in the game. We're all tied up here. Shots on goal favoring the Saints, 28-19. Saints will leave Ross out to kill the penalty. He'll be joined by Heacock. Puck's down, clears the zone. Omaha takes it all the way back. They'll take it all the way back behind the net. They'll think about it there. Plays it up the far side. Into the zone with some speed. High slot, shot wide. They'll control it to the near side. Behind the net. Does a little dance. Still on the near side, walks out. Shot blocked there. Nice clearing attempt, or nice clear by Zick. Comes all the way down. The Omaha goalie will stop it behind the net. Omaha will wind it up. 30 seconds left on this power play. Heacock in front of the net. That's interference in front of the net. Puck up into the netting. From the announcer's booth next to me, I'm hearing something about an interference call. We'll be sure to get that message relayed down to the refs. I'm sure they're very interested to hear what they have to say. 20 seconds left on the power play. Nethery and Deutsch. Nethery wins the faceoff back to Henry. Shot, save. Kretz plays it up the boards to Deutsch. Deutsch sends it to the blue line. It's held in there. Blocked again by Deutsch. Shot all the way through. And that one's blocked by Henry. Omaha walks it out of the corner. Plays it behind the net. They'll control it in the corner. 2 minutes left. 2:30 left in the game. Played up to Mueller. Mueller gets it out of the zone. Nethery comes down. Walks to the side. He's got Mueller in the middle, front. Can't quite finish. Comes to the corner. And it's played down to the corner. Out in front. Oh, goaltender knocks it back to the corner. Now it's Pierce comes in. Misses the hit. Play back in. Pierce tags up. Down to the corner. Behind the net, Omaha will try and wind it up. They'll play it up the far side boards. Squirts by Spangler. She hits her eject button and falls backwards. Weiner with a nice steal. He battles for it. There we go. Plays it ahead to Pierce. Pierce inside the zone. Omaha steals there. Weiner's got it. Walks down to the corner. Leaves for Pierce. Weiner walks out of the corner. Played back to Spangler. Spangler from the blue line. Shot. Stopped by Weiner. Pierce back to Zick. Over to Spangler. Spangler plays it in from the wrong side of the red line. But they're going to call it. The back linesman washed it off. The front linesman called it. Back linesman saying, well, I meant to call it. We're going to get a timeout here. Timeout. Dubuque. Goaltender Sheehy have a lengthy conversation with Referee Larson here. Ross steps in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Back to the Omaha D. Played in front. Kicked wide. 1:15 left to go in the game. Aerial pass out to the blue line. Kicked in front. Saved by Sheehy. Wrapped around the back. Throws it out in front. Comes all the way back to the blue line. They'll play it to the far side. Kretz is there. Big center. Saved by Sheehy. We think. He's got it. Maybe that's what he was asking. Hey, if I stop the puck between my legs seconds before it crosses the goal line, are you going to call a goal? We had to clear that up. 58 seconds left. Ross in for the faceoff. Ross wins it back to Zick. Zick plays it behind the net to Kretz. Kretz sends it up the boards, hits the linesman just outside the blue line. They'll send it back in. Kretz has got it there. Sends it down. Omaha controls on their own blue line. They'll go D to D. Played ahead. Into the Dubuque zone. They'll leave it there, top of the circle. Walks it towards the front of the net. Puck pocked up. Pierce knocks it down below the goal line. They'll throw it back to the blue line. 30 seconds left. Shot towards the net. Wide. Wraps all the way around to the other D. Omaha's got it. Top of the circle. Spans on that. Weiner steals it momentarily. Now it comes over to Pierce. Big hit there at the blue line. Nolan Pierce looks like he's up and all right. Referee's discussing in the referee crease. 16 seconds left. No call. The player was looking at the puck. Why did he hit him in the head? And why would the faceoff be there? Terrible call. Terrible call. Ross in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Weiner's got it on the far blue line. Walks across. He's in the corner. He's got Deutsch out in front. Tries for the shot. Saved. Played around the back of the net. Battle for there. Nets off. 5.6 seconds left. Ross in for the faceoff. 6 seconds left. Puck's down. Back behind the goal line. It's wrapped around the back. And that'll do it for regulation. So we're going to overtime. I'm sorry, a shootout. Which anyone who's familiar with the JV team, shootouts have not gone well for us this season. We'll see what choice of shooters we get. So the JV team for Dubuque is got 3 shootout losses. I don't think we've won any. The Omaha team has 1 shootout loss. So let's try and give them another one here. We do have Sheehy in net. Omaha looks like they're going to start with Jimmy Cogliano. I may have heard that name before.
Shooting first for Omaha, number 17, Jimmy
Caniglio. That's what I meant. Saved by Sheehy. Saints will send out Gavin Nethery.
Number 19, Gavin Nethery.
Nethery takes a slow move across the blue line. Oh, had him, couldn't elevate quite enough.
Now shooting for Omaha, number 74, Henry Troshinsky.
Henry Troshinsky. Walks around Sheehy for the goal. Saints will send out Cade Weiner.
Now shooting for Dubuque, number 22, Tate Weiner.
Weiner doesn't get a shot off. Omaha scores here. That's the book. Caden Ellis steps in for the Lancers. Sheehy with the save. Corbin Deutsch steps on the ice. He'll be the 3rd shooter. Needs to score to continue. Nice goal. Top shelf where Mama hides the cookies.
Now shooting for Omaha,
Magnus
number
Kirklaw.
37, Magnus Kricklaw.
Oh, chicken wing Sheehy. Joe Ross will step out, try and get it continued.
Now shooting for Dubuque, Joe the Boss Ross.
And Omaha will win. So Dubuque takes its third shootout loss. Omaha stays perfect in the win-loss column. We'll see you back here for the JV or the varsity game in about 15 minutes.